Hello. So today we begin a new series in the month of July, August, September. We are beginning a series called What Matters Most. We'll be looking at the book of Ephesians. Starting in August, we'll work our way through the book of Ephesians. But for now, we're going to focus on a small section in chapter 4. That's the section that starts in verse 20. Paul talks to the Ephesians about certain skills that he wants to make sure that they have. Now, he says, starting in verse 20, you, however, didn't come to know Christ that way. Surely you heard of him and were taught in him in accordance with the truth that is in Jesus. You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off the old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. So, for the next month, we're going to talk about 4 skills that we all need to have as Christians. In engaging these skills, it's not enough to just put them on to what we already do. In each case, there's something that we need to stop doing. There's a renewal in our mind, in our attitude, our knowledge that needs to take place. And then we begin to do something new. Now, today we're going to look at one of these that we really won't spend much time on, and that is stealing. We're making the assumption that most of you watching this do not engage on a regular basis in stealing. In verse 28, he says, "He who's been stealing must steal no longer." Great. So the question is, when does a thief stop being a thief? You can't just say when he stops stealing, because the vast majority of a thief's life is not spent stealing. He steals in seconds here, minutes there. The vast majority of his life, he's just being a normal guy. Paul says, if you have been stealing, you must steal no longer. That's what you put off. Instead, you must work, doing something useful with your own hands. That is what you put on. So instead of stealing, you now begin to engage in fruitful labor. But the change is what Paul mentions next, so that you may have something to share with those in need. A thief stops being a thief when he stops stealing. He has a change of heart and he begins to work. It isn't just that he starts to work. I've known thieves who steal as they are working. Paul says the big difference is, instead of being self-focused, you stop stealing, you begin to work for the specific purpose of giving away part of what you earn. When you stop focusing on yourself and start focusing on others, that is when a thief stops being a thief. Come back to us tomorrow. We'll talk about something that you might actually struggle with. We'll see what that is tomorrow. Thanks for watching.